Okay, so the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, um, I think his last name is Mullen. He looks like a douche. But anyway, he just put out a press statement talking about how they're going to prosecute individuals and election officials in certain states if they don't vote um, the way the model that the administration currently in office has put out for them. So the Trumpkins administration or his regime, they have created a model. They have made a list and a framework of how they want the states to manage future elections. And only people that they deem worthy through the voter database that they have gone through and scrubbed are people that are allowed to vote. We're not really sure how many of us that is. And also the votes have to be counted for in a specific way. Like here in Texas, where if you're black, you need 5 people to equal 1 vote. And 1 white vote stands on its own merit. And in other parts of the country, the any vote from any person in a so-called minority group is going to be washed out, and certain amounts of those people will be counted in the rolls, and they will count for the specific group that is being counted for. So they'll only be counted as maybe a Democrat here if they're not dropped, and they might be counted over on the Republicans or counted not at all, depending on how many of them there are. Anyway, it's a real weird and outrageous and ridiculous formula that they're going by. But again, just like before when I talked about all this and in my previous video about how they needed to stop the news from coming out about the deaths of their 2 senators because that would mess up their seats. It appears that, like I said before, if we have a midterm election, which I highly doubt, and now that all this new information is coming out, it's making it harder and harder to believe that there will be a midterm election. But if there is a midterm election, it's going to be extremely skewed in a negative way, because they're saying in that interview that if the states do not vote the way that the model is written, then they will be fit for prosecution. And all of those involved and all of those that may have potentially voted may be ripe for prosecution. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens after November or during November. Whether the election goes through or not. If the election goes through, I'm going to imagine there'll be a huge holdup if it doesn't come back the way they want. Again, the Republicans still have no chance of winning and keeping the House or the Senate. So their only option now is just to go to war and stop the election altogether, because they were hoping that they could skew the election if it had to happen. And now they're hoping probably that there won't be an election because they've lost Mitch and they've lost Lindsey, and that's already 2 seats. You see the extreme lengths they've gone to keep these seats. I mean, they're still trying to tell people that Mitch is alive and he's been dead for weeks. And Lindsey, they had the nerve to install his wife to hold his seat. She's not a government official, and this is so criminal. It's like what they do when a judge is gone and they let one of the family members hold the judicial seat. It's outrageous, it's criminal, and it's in your face wicked. But you let it happen anyway, and it's okay because we just need to trust the process and we need to get out there and vote. Well, your vote doesn't count. And it's certainly going to show that it doesn't count after this. But yeah, I just hope that everybody goes on and looks at it. It's all over the place. You can't miss it. Everybody's previewing it. It's on YouTube. It's on the internet. It's on the news. MSNBC, all the other places, CNN, all those other places you want to go look for it. But yeah, it's talking about how if they do not stick to the model, these states will be prosecuted if they do not help the Trumpkin rig the 2027, 28 election. Whatever this year is coming up for it, if this midterm is not rigged in their favor, there are going to be some heads flying. So it's going to be interesting to see. I just wanted to get on here and share that little tidbit in case people weren't too sure what's happening. It's comical to me now because I foresaw this a while back, and still nothing that's happened between then and now has helped me to believe that the election will go through. I think that they're going to try something big. I'm sure the U.S. is no stranger to bombing their own cities. They used to do it all the time to kill off black people. So I'm sure that they are filling up a plane right now and getting it ready with the coordinates and things to drop something in a city here in this country just to stop the elections from going on. They'll blame it on Iran, of course, or something like that. But I'm certain something big is going to happen to stop the elections from going on because they just don't have any other way to do it now. No matter what they do, they're going to lose the House and the Senate, or one or the other or both. So just hold on to your seats, and let's just enjoy the ride and see where it goes. It's a wonderful Saturday afternoon, and I just wanted to get this video out between my clients, and I'll be heading back to work in a minute. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.